Hello friends, this is teacher JB. Today we are going to study conditionals. Conditionals, as you know, there are four conditionals, and we are going to study conditionals in a simple way. The zero conditional, I understand it as no option. No option. So it goes by if, present simple, and present simple. Here, if it rains, the ground gets wet. Present simple and present simple. And there's no option. If it rains, 100% the ground gets wet. This is the zero conditional. The first conditional, and there are options. If present simple, and the main clause will be led by will. If it rains tomorrow, first one, I will go to the movies with Sam. If it rains tomorrow, I will exercise inside. And if it rains tomorrow, I will take a taxi to work. So they are all options in case it rains tomorrow. So again, the zero conditional, no options. And then first conditional, there are options. And the second conditional cannot happen. So use past simple in the if clause and would plus infinitive in the main clause. If it didn't rain, so didn't rain, I would play soccer with my friends. But the thing is, it rained. That's why you cannot play soccer with your friends. So this thing cannot happen. It's raining, so you cannot play soccer. So here, it is raining. That's why, therefore, I cannot play soccer with my friends. And that's the second conditional. The third conditional, I understand it as cannot change because it already happened or not happened. So if past perfect and should have plus past participle. Here, if it hadn't rained, this is past perfect. Our city wouldn't have flooded. So would have plus past participle. So this is the third conditional, cannot change. Zero conditional, no option. First conditional, there are options. And the second conditional cannot happen. And the third conditional cannot change because it already happened. Now let us have a different example. The zero conditional, again, no option. If, present simple, and present simple. If you heat water 200 degrees, it boils. So there's only one option, which is to boil. So there is no other option. Only one thing will happen. So the zero conditional, no option. If you heat water 200 degrees, it boils. But the first conditional, there are options. So that now the water boiled, and then the water is hot. If the water is hot, I will tell my daughter to stay away. So this is one of the options. I will tell my daughter to stay away. And if the water is hot, I will use mittens. So this is another option. And then if the water is hot, I'll be cautious. So another option. So zero conditional, no options. And first conditional, There are several options. Now the second conditional cannot happen. So if past simple, would plus infinitive. If the water were cold. So now this one says the water is hot. The water is hot. So it cannot happen. If the water were cold, so you need to use were instead of was. So be verb, only were is used. I would let my daughter touch it. So I cannot because the water is not cold. It is hot. So if the water were cold, I would let my daughter touch it, but I cannot do it because the water is hot. And then the last one, the third conditional, cannot change. If plus past perfect, and then should have past participle. If the water hadn't been hot, so had not been. This is past perfect. If the water hadn't been hot, my daughter would have pee-pee. So wouldn't have been burnt. The thing is, the water was hot. The water was hot. And then my daughter was burnt. So it already happened. You cannot change it. So when you try to understand conditionals, zero conditional, no options. First conditional, options. And second conditional, cannot happen. And the third conditional, cannot change because it already happened. Okay, friends, this is the conclusion of today's study. I'll come back to you with another topic as soon as possible. Until then, keep studying English and have a great day. Bye.